What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Buccaneers franchise. We have episode 25 today, and we are coming off of a huge win over the Lions. We saw the new slider set. It went really well, I think. I'm excited to see what it does this week against a new opponent, because I've only really seen that set against the Lions per se, because that's the team that I was practicing on. So I am very excited to see how this works. I'm curious to see if you guys have tried to use that slider set that I showed you last video, and if you have, what kind of results have you had? Have you seen some differences? Is there anything sticking out that maybe I haven't seen yet? So let me know down below. And also, we got a chance to look at the rest of the draft class. I am working on a spreadsheet that I'm going to be using to plug in information for the draft to try and just make things a little bit easier for me to see on one space. I don't like having to click into individual player cards just to see what they were. I'd like to see them all stacked against each other. So I am working on a spreadsheet that will allow me to just enter their range or their final grade and just see how they stack up against each other. And then I can update it, of course, as we get more information about the players. If you guys are interested in that, I can also share that link similar to how I did with the trade calculator or the story generator, where I can post it in a video link if you guys are interested in that. Of course, it's a lot of extra work. You have to do a lot of typing and plugging that stuff in, but to me, I love the realism. You guys know this, so to add that little bit of extra control for me and, you know, make things easier for myself, I'm willing to put the work in. So that will be something I will have done in the next few weeks. I've already started putting it together. I have the quarterbacks done, working on the running backs now, and I'm just sort of going slowly but surely, just so I don't put too much into it. But let me know down below if you guys would be interested in me sharing that with you guys to use on your own. And then also, we have the Saints this week. And this is a big week because we are still sitting here in second place, right next to the Falcons, who we have the tiebreaker over. And the Saints right below us at 4-5. A loss here would essentially put us back in the running to lose second place. But a win here sort of solidifies our spot in second place. And if you look over here, right now we're the only team that does not have a loss in the division. The Falcons have the loss to us. They've beaten everybody else. The Saints only have one win in the division, and the Panthers have yet to win against anybody in the division. So if we can win this one, that also puts us into a great tiebreaker spot going into the second half of the season. One area we have not looked at this season yet has been just the team stats, not necessarily the individual stats, but just where the teams stand, like where we are at right now in the rankings for offense and defense. And I always wanted us to visit that. So right now for offense, it looks like the Bills have the #1 offense in the NFL. Bengals coming in second. The Falcons are actually pretty high up here. What is that, 7th or 8th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in total offense. Where are we? We're down here in 11th. So 11th in total offensive production. Let's see where we rank when it comes to pass yardage. We're 10th in passing, and we're 14th in rushing yards. So offense has been just above average this year, which honestly, I think is sort of relative to what we have seen. Our points per game definitely is, I think, top 10. 1, 2. Yeah, we're at 9th for points per game. Defensively, the Dolphins are the #1 team in the league when it comes to defensive production. And let's see where we're at. We are sitting at 20th for overall defense, which honestly, guys, is a big step, because if you remember last season, we were 31, 32, I believe, all the way through the season. So to see us jump from 31, 32, pretty much dead last, to right below average is a huge jump for us in one season. So right now, it seems that new book, the Miami Dolphins playbook, has been playing really well for us. It's been helping us, of course, as well as some of our newcomers like Frankie Louvu and the experience we have gained with some of our younger players that have started to step into their own. But overall, defense definitely improving, which is awesome to see. We are ranked 16th in pass yards allowed and 22nd in rush yards allowed. So passing defense has been much better. I feel like we've also put more emphasis on stopping the pass because of how bad last year was, which has led to some of our game plans not exactly going to stop the run. So maybe if we would focus on stopping the run, we might be able to, you know, that seems to make sense. Let's see about points allowed. We are tied for 7th in points allowed. Wow, okay, look at that. Not bad at all. We are actually second right now in quarterback sacks. That's something that was not the case last year. We have had much better production from our edge rushers and just our defense as a whole when it comes to that. Packers are killing it. 8 fumble recoveries. And let's see where we're at interceptions wise. The Lions leading the way there. I feel like we're way down. Yeah, we're we're 29th or 30th in interceptions, but we know that a lot of that had to do with the sliders. So hopefully now that the sliders are changed, we're actually seeing turnovers again. We'll start to see some of that stuff for ourselves as well. And it is that time to check in on the yearly awards. First being the MVP. Right now, Joe Burrow is leading that category, followed by Dak Prescott and Josh Allen. Coach of the Year is right now going to Doug Peterson. Brandon Staley right behind him. Over in the NFC, Offensive Player of the Year, Dak Prescott. We don't have anybody on this list. No, we do not. Defensive Player of the Year is for Demario Davis. This man has been playing at a good high level for so long. Still doing a great job with the Saints. We'll see him this week. Fred Warner right behind him. So a lot of the names you expect to see. Offensive Rookie, look at who is leading the way. It's Taylor Wharton. And we have James Blake up here in the top 5 at 4. And somehow Taquan Samuel is down here at 9. Not sure how that is. Maybe just a lot of rookies aren't getting a lot of playing time right now. But we have a chance here to bring home a Rookie of the Year award with these two. I mean, we know Wharton has been balling out. Blake has shown some great progress. And then look who's number 2, Dontrell Samuel, guys. That's the guy that we faced a couple weeks ago. I'm still thinking about it. Okay, I'm still thinking about it. Like, look, Lance looked better last week. He did, or we didn't get that development change. And I really want to see what he looks like. He might play great this week. He might completely crap the bed. But Dontrell Samuel's a guy I would definitely be willing to trade for if it comes down to that. Who knows? Maybe one of these quarterbacks will be a better fit for us. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, we do have Timmy Baker way down there at 10th, but the leader is Kai Perryman. Saw him last week. Quincy Sprinkle, that's a corner for the Rams. Caleb Christie at middle linebacker. Matthew McClellan, pretty sure that's another corner. Yep, that is a corner. Earl Wilcox, a defensive tackle, I believe. So a lot of new faces starting to make plays, which I love to see that. Still, Derek Carr leading the way for the Saints. They did draft Peter Cartwright in the 6th round, and honestly, being a 68 overall, he's normal development, but I mean, they could potentially work him into a future potential quarterback, given the fact that Derek Carr will probably be here for another season or two. 95 throw power, that's not bad stat to start with. Get some of them ratings up, get that awareness up, and then you might have yourself a decent quarterback. Alvin Kamara is still the running back along with Jamal Williams, so nothing has changed here for them in terms of who is on their team at the running back position. Kamara now down to an 82 in his 8th season. Wide receivers are all the same except Ryan Hastings. They drafted Ryan Hastings here. He is a star development player, and he was drafted in the 2nd round by them. 92 speed, 87 excel, really good, spectacular catch rating, decent release, good jumping. I'll definitely be updating his equipment because it looks a little ridiculous, but that is one of their higher draft picks of the season. Juwan Johnson, Robert Tonyan, and Foster Moreau. So they have a 3-headed monster at tight end. Nobody is exactly stolen the job as the one guy. I feel like Johnson gives him the best bet when it comes to his playmaking ability. So he'll be the guy that we see. But all 3 of these guys can really play the position for them if somebody goes down. Their 1st round pick was Wes Allen, the left tackle. He is a 75 overall right now. I believe he's 76. He's just down 1. He is star development. And on defense, Cameron Jordan is still here. 35 years old, 81 overall. Isaiah Foskey is on the other side of him. Brian Bressie is at D tackle along with Kalen Saunders. Outside linebacker, Zach Bond. Demario Davis in the middle. And then Pete Werner on the other side. So a very weak front 7 for the Saints right now. Something we probably will want to try and take advantage of. I say we might actually want to consider going for a run approach this week, considering Cameron Jordan at 80 and an 81 overall and a 76 speed is their best player on the front 7. I mean, obviously we know Demario Davis is having a good season, but he's only one player, right? If we can establish the ground game with White and Samuel, it might turn into a very long day for New Orleans. And another good reason why is they have Marshon Lattimore. He has given us problems in the past. He's a very, very good corner. Byron Jones is on the other side of him. Kyle Fuller, Paulson Adebo, and Alontae Taylor. They have a very deep cornerback room. So it might be the week where we have to go and try and stop the run. Also, can't forget about Tyrann Mathieu at free safety and Marcus May at strong safety. So a veteran, high-skilled secondary the Saints have, and as their right now their strength of this team. So we don't want to try and take that out. Let's go at the weaker parts and try and hit them in the front seven. Almost forgot about the franchise staff. We have 57 points to spend, which means we should be able to get one, maybe two upgrades here. I'm trying to see what I really want to get. I think we maybe want to try and start getting this out so we can get better positioning for trades with the CPU team. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do Mentors Wanted. This will give us a 5% trade discount on players older than 30. Chances are I probably won't be trading for anybody that old, but that now unlocks us to get a 2% trade discount for CPU draft picks or a value increase for user draft picks. I feel like I want the trade discount for draft picks from the CPU. So we're going to go there. And there we go. So now we finally have the player personnel started after a season and a half. And now on to the weekly strategy. Their rushing yards have not been very good. So I feel like we have to do another medium pass week. I don't know. Maybe I try to do... I mean, we've had such good luck when it comes to defending the run when we try to defend the run. I know that the Saints book can run the ball, but I know they can also pass it. I mean, this is a tough call. Yeah, I think that we really need to try and stop the run here. I think that even though Kamara is up there in age, he's a lower overall, he's still a superstar. He's still going to be somebody they're going to try and target. Let's do a defend outside run and see if we can just hold the fort down on our pass defense. And then on offense, I really think that it would be beneficial for us to try to run this ball. I really do. I think we have the tools to do it. And honestly, I don't want to try and test this secondary too much. So we're going to try and go for run inside. So with that being said, we are going to go for 200 rushing yards. We're going to aim for the skies here, guys. Between Samuel, White, and Lance, now that he's starting to run the ball again, I think that's a reasonable thing that we can try and go for. I want to try and shut him down on offense, so I'm going to stick to that 14 points or less. Offensively, I think we need to get at least 350. And then for the last one, let's go with no sacks allowed. Let's try and protect Trey Lance back there, give him some time when we do throw the ball. And that is everything, guys. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take care of these mini games, and then I will see you guys on the field. And we just talked about him before this game. Demario Davis having himself a heck of a year. Last week, he had 9 tackles. And our story, though, is about Trey Lance once again. It's been the story all season. Can he be consistent with this new slider set? We're going to find out here shortly, as we are back in Tampa for a home game. 5-3 meets 3-5 for another divisional showdown. And we are going to start on offense. And here he comes, Trey Lance, coming off of a big win with a good game, honestly. 2,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I'm curious to see how these numbers will change with the new sliders. Hopefully that interception counter doesn't go up too much, right? So here we go. I got the Saints wearing what they're supposed to wear all the time instead of all that white stuff. As we're going to go over the middle, incomplete. Right away looking for Taylor Wharton. But Marshon Lattimore had other ideas. 2nd and 10. Another pass for Lance. Pushed out of the pocket, and he goes down. He tried to throw it away, but Saunders gets him down for a big loss of 8. Not a good way to start this game. He tried to throw it away, but it looked like he just waited too long to do so and could not get rid of it on time. And if it was not Saunders, it was going to be Cameron Jordan. Both got free. He sort of ran into that pressure, though, and that's something that we have talked about Trey Lance having an issue with this whole time he's been our quarterback, as he sort of takes away his own blockers. Oh, there we go, a big play over the middle to Godwin. That is a big way to answer back. As Lance, quick decision, decisive, finds Godwin streaking up the middle of the field. And that was just a great route there. Left, he ended up on Warner. That was easily going to be a completion with Pete Warner covering Godwin on the play. You just can't put a linebacker on a guy like that. But yeah, so Lance, what I was saying is he's always sort of running away from where his blockers have the ability to protect him the most. And it leads to those kind of sacks. As Rachaad White takes his first carry of the day, gain of 6. See his stats from last week there, 20 carries, a $120 and a touchdown. It's good to see that even though we did make the adjustments on the sliders, that we still have our running game, because I love Rachaad White. I love what he can do. And there's a pass quickly to Taquan Samuel out of the backfield, and he is going to get a first down. Lance, oh, pressure coming. He finds Rachaad White on a wheel route, and White able to get it down to the 30 for another 13 yards. Play action to White. Lance over the middle, and he misses Quez Watkins. He was looking for him, but he had to put it up high because there was defenders underneath, and it just could not connect on the play. Second down, empty set here. As Lance, a quick one over the middle, almost goes the other way as Fuller jumped the slant route that he was trying to throw to Wharton. And here we go on third down. Lance again. Oh, off target, looking for Palmer. A little bit of contact at the end there, but Adebo, I think, made a good play. And we're going to have to settle for 3. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. 1st and 10 from the 22. Derek Carr going to take the snap, and he looks outside to Kamara right away. And Devin White read that beautifully. It's going to be a loss of 2. Quick drop back, and Carr looking short, and he will find Olave for a gain of 5. Here we go, 3rd and 8. Carr under pressure, and Johnson is going to get to him. Johnson and Luvu team up for the sack, and we're going to force a 3 and out on the opening drive. Here we go, first play of our drive, and Lance going to fire it deep for Wharton, and it's an easy completion all the way down to the 23. Just some excellent passes so far from Trey Lance. The first one to Wharton. And Samuel now in the backfield. And it's another play action. Lance rolls out, going short to Otten. And you'll get him for a couple. We're going to go empty set here on 2nd. Lance over the middle. He's got Godwin again down to the 10. Just some seriously consistent play right now from this passing attack. And I am excited to see. Can we get ourselves in the end zone here? We can technically get 1 first down before scoring. Lance over the middle to Godwin, holds it on through traffic. Took a shot from Davis, but will hold on for the gain of 6. Keep an eye on Wharton in the slot there. He is lined up with Werner. Oh, it's a handoff to White, and he is going to take it in for his 5th touchdown of the season. Rachaad White finally starting to find the end zone as he's going to put us up 10-0 here in the first quarter. Saints come back out now, down by 10. Carr back to throw it. Looks short, almost intercepted by Davis. There is a flag down on the play. And yeah, I had a feeling. I saw him go down. It's going to be roughing the passer, and it's going to go against Vita Vea. Dang. I mean, hey, we wanted penalties back. That's the kind of stuff we'll have to deal with. A fresh set there for the Saints as they'll take it from the 36. Carr again looking left side. This time he's able to find Jawan Johnson open in a one-on-one situation, and he's going to get a big chunk, 27 yards all the way down inside the 40. And, you know, those roughing calls can really change drives. And the handoff to Kamara, patiently running and picking his lanes wisely. He'll find his way for 8. They'll give him actually 9, so 2nd and 1. Playbook wide open here for New Orleans. Another handoff. Kamara up the middle, and it looks like he will. Yes, he gets the first down. He was pushed backwards, but forward progress is going to put him at the 26. And it looks like they're going to stay in this sort of same formation. Bunch set. Another handoff to Kamara, and we read that one. No gain. It's Derek Green on the stop. Second down was a quick throwaway, so now it's 3rd and 10 for New Orleans. Carr takes a snap. Steps up, fires, and it's caught again. It's Olave down to the 11. Chris Olave is one of the best young receivers in the game right now. And so far, he's got a couple of big catches in this game. Kamara with the handoff. And he'll get it down to the 8-yard line. And our quick throw outside, and Kamara is tracked down. Another big play from Devin White. And it's going to be a loss of 1. 2 catches, -3 yards for Kamara. And oh boy, we have a double A-gap look here. I hope we fall back though. Okay, we do a little bit. Carr's got time. End zone touchdown. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. I had a feeling they might be able to get us beat off the line with the look that we came out in, and sure enough, they find a way through the traffic in a man coverage situation. And it's an easy touchdown, and they're going to make it a 3-point game once again. All right, back on offense. 1 minute left in this first quarter. We come out here for our 3rd drive. Hand it off to Samuel, and he is going to try to get outside. He'll get 3, but he's brought down. Tyrann Mathieu was there, came down from his safety position, made a good play. As White checks back in. Wharton in motion. It's a handoff to him, and he's going to get outside, and he'll get 5 yards. And that play brought us to the end of the first quarter. Would have liked Wharton to sort of just stick to that outside lane because he hesitated, and I feel like we could have got a first if he would have just kept going. Like Rachaad White right here, just burst through the hole and out to the 42. A big run. 3 carries, 27 yards already. He has been such like lightning in a bottle. Just hand it off to him and watch him work. And he breaks another tackle there, and he reaches across to the 49. Another pickup of 9 yards. We had the Lightning. Now it's time for the Thunder. Samuel up the middle, gets that first down. Empty set for Lance. Big drop back, rolls out. He tries to air it out, but he's hit as he throws. And man, if he had a chance, Wharton might have been able to bring that down. It was one-on-one downfield. Good job by the Saints pass rush to get through and throw that pass off, because that was definitely on target. And oh my God, a drop. Who was that? Who dropped that? James Blake? Wow. Yeah, he really just, and he had it and everything, and he just, I don't know what he did there. 3rd and 10. Lance over the middle. Watkins is going to hold on. There is a flag down again, and it's going to come back for holding. Tristan Wirfs on the call, and it goes from a 1st and 10 in plus territory to a 3rd and 20. Lance, big drop back, fires it deep down the right side, and it doesn't matter because Quez Watkins has the speed, and we are going to go ahead with a touchdown. 3rd and 20, 3rd and 30. Put Watkins in the game, and it doesn't matter. Man, that guy's speed is something else. Saints come back out after the big touchdown, and Carr, looking short, almost throws it into the hands of Isaiah Rodgers. Defensive play calling so far today, I think, has been pretty good. As Carr almost gets brought down, gets rid of it just in time to the rookie. Oh man, I forgot to change his gear. I knew I forgot something. But it was Hastings, not Lashing. I don't know where I got that from. Hastings on the catch outside, 1st and 10. Stack formation here. Saints going outside. He's got Olave. Ryan Neal there to bring him down after 5. So far, my decision to try and stop the run has been absolutely stupid because they have barely run the ball at all. I'm assuming, there must have been a change in their playbook that I was not aware of, and yeah, that's just on me. 1st and 10. Carr back, looking, and he's got to throw it away. Maybe we'll see more running in the second half, but right now, at least with the score going, I'm not surprised we are seeing more throwing, I should say. As a little underneath route to Juwan Johnson. And he'll get him to 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 7, a long medium. And a very long 3rd and 7. Play action, pressure coming, he's got to throw it away. Bad time for play action, great time for us though. We'll get the punt. There we go, back on offense. Lance gonna hand it off to White. And White gets a huge blocking lane out to the 39. Something we wanted to do this week was establish the ground game. And so far, it has worked very, very well. 5 carries, 47 yards for Rachaad White. Samuel's had a couple of tough runs for first downs. And there goes White again. Is that Taquan Samuel in the backfield or Sean Tucker? I can't tell from here. I think it is Taquan Samuel. Yes, it is. And oh, wow. That was a good tackle by Pete Werner. Sort of expect our bigger back to make that tackle miss and get the first. 3rd and 2, another handoff to Samuel. This time, he's able to find a gap and get through it for the first down. And he'll get across midfield down to the 45, a pickup of about 6 yards. Rachaad White, gets outside, a beautiful little stutter step. And he'll end up getting 4 yards out of it. The corner was coming off the outside, and when he did that little stutter, the corner bit on him cutting inside, and it gave him a little bit of a crease outside for a couple of yards. And there's a pass over the middle to Samuel, and he holds on, but he's banged up. Oh no, not Taquan Samuel. And he is upset. He's on the sideline. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But that means it's going to be on Rachaad White and Sean Tucker. Here we go. Here it is, a handoff. We know White can handle it. 8 for 63 for him. The question is, will we see Sean Tucker, and will he be able to step into that role like he did last season and make some plays for us? Here we go. Lance steps up, fires a rocket over the middle to the end zone, and it's, oh no, he's down at the 1. There's no way. There's no way he got stopped at the 1 there. Come on, Madden. That's a touchdown. Does his knee really touch? Oh, maybe it did. Well, hey, it's still 1st and goal. And, hey, there he is, Sean Tucker lining up. He's going to take the handoff outside. Easy touchdown. And we are going to pile on. It's now 24-7. We're going to come out in a full house look. Handoff to White. How do we have all those blockers back there, but yet we're going to have our worst run of the day? Come on now, guys. Let's get a handle on this run blocking here. 2nd and 10. Lance sort of stutter stepping around in the pocket, and he's going to end up throwing it short to Wharton for a gain of 4. Definitely want to see Wharton get more involved here. We know he is a very special talent. It's just haven't been able to find him the last couple of weeks. As there is Lance finding him again on the outside, get that first down. That's his 3rd catch, 36 yards. He, of course, had that longer one in the first quarter. As we near the end of the first half here, Lance looking again over the middle. It's Godwin down inside the 40. Godwin has been able to find creases all day. And it's again going for Godwin, and again he holds on for a gain of 6. Just seems like Godwin has some of the strongest hands in the league, as he is always able to hold on to those passes through contact, whereas a guy like Wharton or Blake or Watkins, we've seen them miss on him, and you know, it's sort of expected. You don't expect a receiver to catch every ball thrown to him, but Godwin, he's got like a 95% success rate. And that was just a bad throw. That one was not on Godwin. They'll lead to 3rd and 4. They're playing a little bit off for such a short yardage situation. I'd like to see us go short here, make them pay for it, but we're not going to, and Lance is going to throw it away. That was dumb. I mean, you could have probably taken off and gotten 5 yards. I don't like that call at all. and we're gonna have to settle for 3. I mean, we're still gonna be up by 20, so I guess it's more of a no need to put the extra pressure on. Just take the points and just keep piling it on, and we'll make it a 27-7 game going into the break. All right, the Saints almost had a kick return on the opening kickoff of the second half. Luckily, we trip him up at a 37, and that's where we're going to start. Carr looking to take the top off right away, and he almost does. Winfield back there to bat it down. He was looking for Olave, and that's why you need a big-time safety, because that's a one-on-one situation. You need a safety to be able to play that back end comfortably, and he did just that. As he'll go short that time to Olave for a short gain of 2. Now it's a quick 3rd and 8. Carr under pressure again, has to get rid of it, and he finds Hastings open to the 43. A nice catch by the rookie, and a nice job by Derek Carr to hang in that pocket and take the hit, knowing that he had a receiver open. And they'll end up moving the chains, and they'll get into our territory. Another one over the middle, and that one is to, I believe, Johnson. Yes, and he gets it down inside the 30. Juwan Johnson has been the main culprit for this offense today. 5 for 58 through the air. Here goes Carr again. A quick snap, a quick throw to the rookie, and he'll get 8 more. I definitely got to fix up his gear. He looks ridiculous with those sleeves on. All right, here we go. 2nd and 2. Carr, oh man, just off target. It looked like a timing route. We sort of threw that timing off, it looks like, with a little bit of a press at the top of the route. And now it's going to be 3rd and 2. Handoff. Kamara gets the first down. This is exactly what the Saints needed, though. Down by 20 opening up the second half. They needed to come out with some fire and drive this ball down the field, which right now they're doing very well. Down to the 12. Another big pickup. Kamara starting to get a little bit more action here. Good to see that they haven't abandoned the run, even though they're down by a big margin. And oh my God, that was almost another pick. Davis is like a guy that is always making plays on the ball, but he seems to never try to go for the interception. He always just tries to bat it down, which, I mean, I guess is still a good play, but you love to get some turnovers out of it, and that right there was a big hit. Gotta give Chris Olave credit for holding on, and Ryan Neal for putting the hit on him. Just a great play by the young receiver. Gonna make it 1st and goal to 7. And there goes Kamara, working way through traffic down to the 1. Kamara is such a patient runner. Showed it there, just waited a split second, found his way for 5 yards, and Carr over the middle, incomplete. That time Olave could not hold on as Dean comes in to break it up. Now on 3rd and goal, let's see, do they try to go back to the air here? Offset eye, hand off to Kamara, and we get the stop. Frankie Louvu plugs the gap, and now it's decision time. They are going to opt for the 3 points. Smart decision. It still brings them back. I mean, it lessens the lead, right? Now they can get a field goal and 2 touchdowns, or they can get 3 touchdowns either way. So after the Saints field goal, they had a very quick 3 and out on us, and we had to punt the ball right back, and here we are now. Carr looking underneath, trying to get to Kamara, but it's broken up. Ryan Neal, the hard hitter that he is, breaks up that one, causing 2nd down. Another bunch set and a handoff. Kamara, a nice gap off the right side, and he's across midfield. Very nice run there. Here we go. We send heat. They pick it up. Oh, it's picked off! Antoine Winfield came screaming into the frame and just Superman dove for the interception. What a play. He baited the crap out of Derek Carr there. And then just makes an unreal play against A.T. Perry. And we're going to get our first turnover. That was an incredible play. Wow. I missed seeing that, guys. I really did. I'm happy that's back. 1st and 10. Lance underneath, looking for Godwin, but he throws it into harm's way. Werner was also there. Lance is going to hand it off to White. Right up the gut, and he's free. 30, 20, 10, 5, and dropped at the 3. The Red Sea parted. And unfortunately, Hainsey was hurt on the play. He was hurt last week as well. But a huge run for Rachaad White, and for some reason, he just could not get past that last defender. And then here comes Tucker in for his second touchdown, stealing the touchdowns away from White with Samuel's injury. And now this game is looking pretty bad, 34-10. All right, so Saints out here on offense once again. And a big shot over the middle of Perry, and he's got it across the 40 to the 43. A.T. Perry, young receiver, big receiver, I think 6'4", 6'5", 72 overall if I remember correctly. Very quick. Makes a big play there for the Saints as Carr goes back to Juwan Johnson. No, that was A.T. Perry again. See, he's so big, I thought he was a tight end. His second catch of the day, 2 for 29. Are again to the right side. That one is to Juwan Johnson. And Dean will bring him down at the 47, leaving him just shy of the first, 3rd and inches. Carr looks like he just flipped the formation around. Hastings, and I believe that's Olave down on the bottom. It's a screen to Olave, and they'll get it. You don't see too many of those, but it works. They'll get about, what was they get, like 7 yards on that one? 8 yards? But it was enough for the first, and now the Saints marching down the field once again. Carr, deep shot, he connects with Perry. Down to the 13. It looked like that pass was a little high, but thanks to Perry's height, he's able to go up and make a big play and sort of save Derek Carr from, it seemed to throw it a little high, but Perry makes up for it. He's got that 95 Excel. And yeah, I've been looking at his stats, man, because I'm sort of hoping the Saints let him fall to free agency. I will sign him in a heartbeat. 1st and 10. Perry in motion. Fake it to him, hand off to Kamara, and he will get 1. Quick snap. Carr over the middle, caught. Ryan Neal has been putting the hits on everybody who comes over the middle. But Olave was able to hold on once again. 3rd and 3. They need the 3. And they'll get it. Perry over the middle takes the shot, but he'll hold on for the touchdown. And the Saints finally get themselves some action going here. And they'll make it 34-17. All right, so I lied. They went for 2 and they missed. So it's 34-16. I formation, handoff to White, and there goes White again. Out across the 25. Easily over 100 yards after that huge run on the last drive. 13 for 125 to be exact. As it looks to be another big day for our ground attack. And White trying to navigate through the traffic. And was able to get it maybe a yard or so, but he's going to be short. 3rd and inches. Saints did a good job on that one. And sort of a bad sign that Samuel still has not come back into the game. It's a handoff to Tucker, and he's able to find his way for 3. 3 carries, 7 yards, and 2 touchdowns. All right, 4th and final quarter. Offset eye. Handoff to White, and White yet again off into space. Down to the 30, 25, and tracked down at the 24. 172 yards on the ground. The running lanes have been wide open today. And hey, I mean, we went for the run. We wanted to establish the run. We knew that this was their weakness. And so far today, we have done an excellent job of doing just that. 1st and 10, Lance takes the snap. He's looking short. He's got Blake. Blake turns it upfield, and he's down to the 11. His first catch of the day. The only other action he saw, he had that drop way early in, I believe, the first quarter. Here we go, Lance looking under pressure. He goes down. It's Turner, Peyton Turner, The defensive end comes through for the sack, the second one of the day. And we were trying to avoid any sacks today, and so far that's our second one. We're pushed back now, 2nd and 19. Lance already under pressure, and he throws it away. Thank God. If we would have lost another 10 yards there, that would have been ridiculous. Well, let's see here. Last time we were in this situation, we had a touchdown to Watkins. Can we get something similar? Lance steps up. And why didn't you? What? There's nobody. There's nobody there. He could have got the touchdown. What in the hell was that? All right, Carr looks short, and he's got Johnson down or out to the 29. 2nd and 2 after the nice play on first. Carr and company need a big play very soon here. Looking for the screen, they get it. Mara's got a block, but it quickly ends as they'll get to the 35. They will move the chains, though, so that is a big plus. But under 9 minutes left. 1st and 10. Stack formation at the bottom of the screen. Carr looking right and makes the catch. Olave again coming through with a big play. And Dean doesn't even know. He didn't even know as he caught it. I mean, I don't think he even realized it. He was just running out of bounds like, yeah, that's it. But no, Olave stays back, makes the adjustment, and makes an incredible catch. 1st and 10 as New Orleans moving into our territory here. Another one over the middle to the rookie, and he'll get down to the 39. A nice pickup of 9. 2nd and 1. Carr over the middle. Olave again. Carr deeper over the middle, and that time it's again Olave down inside the 20. They're going to stick with the pass. Why not? Throw it short to Perry. Tries to turn upfield, but Rodgers able to track him down and shove him out of bounds after just 3. Perry lined up in the slot there. He was the man that was all over the place last drive, and he had the touchdown. This time, Carr's going to go to Jawan Johnson. He finds him. And the Saints pulling out some heroics here in the second half as they now inch closer to us, 37-24. On 2nd down, Carr looking again to the left side. That one's much shorter. And it's a quick toss to Kamara, get a yard. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Oh my gosh. Oh, Hastings had a chance and he couldn't hold on. Carr once again stood in the pocket, took a huge hit, and delivered a catchable ball. You just got to make that play. You know, and that's rookie moment for you right there. Carr going deep again to Hastings and is batted down by Dean. And that right there is going to seal it. Turnover on downs. And we are on our way to yet another victory. So after that game, we did end up having another injury. Robert Hainsey hurt last week. And now this week, he also got hurt. He's had his upper arm fracture, and he's going to be out for 4 weeks. That makes it 3 players right now that are out of action. Hainsey, Diaby, and Jeff Benson, our main kick returner. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sim. The good thing about this week is the Falcons are on their bye, which means now, because we have that tiebreaker over them, we should be in first place after this bye and hold the lead in the NFC South. Look at that. NFC South leaders as of right now. We have the Saints again next week. And this week, though, is a very tough matchup with the 49ers. That is going to be something we may have to watch. Man, every one of these games, it seems to be so big right now. We do have a prospect spotlight. Oh, we're also going to get to do focus players, so we will get to do that on the next video. And we'll get a chance to learn a little bit more about, probably I would say the quarterbacks, I think is going to be what we're going to do. I'm still not 100% sold on what Trey Lance can do for us long term. So I got to keep our options open, you know. But as for this video, that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like before you leave. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already. And turn on that bell notification so you know when these videos go up. And I will see you guys next time.